The X-Men films got one thing right. I think a lot of more casual fans who aren't as into the comic books, or not initially, certainly, they're put off by the fact that the X-Men are supposed to take place in the same Marvel universe as Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, the Avengers, because there's that tension of, well, how come they really hate the mutants, but they're fine with these people who got their powers artificially? Like, they're fine, but the mutants aren't fine. People have always had a big problem with. I know there are comic book fans, who've had problems with that for decades even, and there's no great answer to that other than I'll be the first to admit that when I read, like, say, Claremont's X-Men, I'm not thinking that this is taking place in the Marvel Universe. If anything, that is kind of a burden to it. I think these films do the great justice of delivering that sort of world. Even that 90s cartoon operates in a world where there's other Marvel heroes around. It's nice to think that Magneto is the most ruthless villain on the planet in Earth 616's Earth without, I love Doctor Doom. But and Magneto could probably, Doctor Doom's probably got a way. I know there's Doctor Doom's wearing metal, but Doctor Doom probably has a way around it. He's very clever. Ooh. Anyway. X-Men 1 is not that great. No, here's the thing. I've once claimed about Superman 1978, and Oakshot will agree. The film's a masterpiece for the first 45 minutes. Superman 1978. It's like 2001 A Space Odyssey. And right down to Jeffrey Unsworth's photography. Although, actually, Unsworth was replaced by Alcott on 2001, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is you could the best cut of Superman 1978 is the 45-minute Man of Tomorrow cut, which I've just made up now. Someone actually put that together though. You don't even have to credit me. Maybe credit Noel Oakeshott, because why not? Anyway, X-Men is phenomenal and like a beautiful distillation of that comic book mythos into a feature film live action universe. Up until the scene where Magneto reveals his plan and unveils his machine, he's gonna turn all the world leaders into mutants. I'll show you. It's like he couldn't even you couldn't just hold them hostage or kill them. Like, you're right there. Like, you can control everyone's guns. They haven't started making them plastic yet. That's 2 and 3. They start doing that to counter you. Whatever. Two's a lot better, and Days of Future Past is the best film based on any Marvel Comics property, obviously. The rest of these movies kind of suck, but the legacy of this film is possibly even worse than this film, which has some redeeming qualities. And the wave of live-action superhero films, certainly the Marvel Comics variety, has had less redeeming qualities. I'm quite fond of some of the recent DC efforts, mind you. The Zack Snyder cut of Justice League is, of course, one of the great achievements in 2020's cinema thus far. It was quite like 2022 Batman, actually, more than I thought I would. Maybe the better Batman film other than Dark Knight 2008. Batman 89 I'm very fond of too. Roger Pratt's photography, of course. And then Suicide Squad 21, pretty fun. Better than that disgusting thing that came out in 2016 or so. Anyway, X-Men. Go watch those Floating Hands cartoons. They're some of the greatest things in this universe to this day. Other than the Silver Surfer, Marvel Comics' finest property, I think, are the X-Men. Claremont's run is absolute gold. One of these days I'll be promoting a documentary which was released in, I think, 2018 regarding the Claremont run, which illustrates some of the behind-the-scenes tensions which led to some of the more fascinating creative decisions that took place during that run, that mid-70s to very early 90s run. One of the greatest runs in comic book history. So spectacular. Anyway, thanks again, everyone. See you all later.